Hi, I'm Ashley Curallo, sharing my heart, music, and home, and today I'm going to share with you how I started my own personal book basket. If you are a homeschooler, you are probably familiar with the concept of a book basket for your children. It's just simply a basket that you collect wonderful, engaging books to have ready at hand to read to your children. And recently it just dawned on me, why don't I have that for myself? I have books everywhere for my children, but yet I have not created a book basket for myself. This past winter, the heat element of our heat pump went out, and so my husband and I have been tag teaming building fires. I usually build them in the morning and he builds them at night. Anyway, my Bible time migrated down to the armchair right beside the wood stove. Wood stove is to my left. And anyway, my Bible and all my supplies just kept spilling everywhere, making a mess. And it finally dawned on me, why don't I go get a basket and put all of my things in a basket? And so it was a truly magical moment when I put all of my books into a basket, ready and available for me to read. So here in my basket, let me just show you what I have. And my husband just recently bought me a new Bible, so I'm still taking really good care of it and keeping it in the box. So my Bible, I've got my notebook that I like to write verses down in. And then I have my little personal prayer journal. I like to write what I'm praying for, any praises that I might have, and I usually write out a memory verse each day. So anyway, my little place to keep my thoughts. And then I also have a commentary in here if I get time to really study whatever passage of scripture I'm reading. So that's what I keep in here all the time. I also keep usually a book or two just for my own personal reading. I often actually keep a lot of my other books on a little shelf that you've probably seen pictures of. It's over by my bedroom. Anyway, but I usually keep a library book or two in this basket as well. I don't naturally gravitate towards reading. It's something that I have to work at, something that I have to discipline myself to do. And if you hear rattling, it's the wood stove. It's the front glass pane of it. It just rattles. So sorry about that. Anyway, so creating my own book basket has actually really been helping me in the last month or so to actually gravitate towards reading. So I would just like to share a few thoughts with you about reading as an adult. If you are a homeschool parent, you probably know a lot about reading to your children and the benefits of reading to your children. But I think sometimes we as adults forget how beneficial reading is in our own personal lives. So I just want to share a couple of encouraging thoughts, nothing deep or profound, but I want to be an encouragement to you. First of all, create your own special space, whether it's a basket like I've shown you, or a little shelf, even just a stack of books beside your bed. I know that probably goes against all the organizational rules, but just keeping something handy for you to pick up and grab, even if you have 1 minute. Say you're stirring something at the stove and you have 1 minute while you're stirring, just grab a book and read a page or two. So not only is it helpful to create your own special space, but maybe even think about having a special place or spot for you to read. I often read in this chair. If my children are outside playing, I'll sit in a lawn chair as I watch them and just read while they're playing, hopefully nicely. Sometimes I even read before bed. I'll just pile a bunch of pillows behind my back and read if I'm not too tired right before I go to bed. So just finding ways to work in reading in just the little margins of my day is just how I get reading done. I don't really have hours upon end to sit and read, but it might be 5 or 10 minutes here and there. Another helpful thing to remember is that you are worth the investment. You are worth reading for you. Don't fall into the trap thinking that you don't have time to read. You do have time to read. It's just a matter of making it a priority, and reading helps benefit you, and it helps benefit everyone that your life touches, whether your family, your church family, your friends. It's a way you can be a blessing to others by enriching yourself. And then finally, one last little comment or tip is that it's okay to read slowly. Can I tell you a little secret? I'm actually a very slow reader, a very painfully slow reader. When I check a book out of the library, sometimes I'm a little bit anxious thinking, can I finish this book in 3 weeks? I only have 3 weeks to read this book. So if I can read books, anybody can read books. And you know what? It's okay to read slowly. If you're like me, I like to try to absorb what I'm reading, not just flash over it. So don't be anxious if you're not a fast reader. Just do the best you can. Even if you only have time to read half the book, you've still benefited your life by reading some of the book. So thank you for joining me today. I know this is short and impromptu, but I hope you are encouraged to start your own book basket or your own stack, whatever you want to call it, to start reading for your own enjoyment and also just to better yourself. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for watching.